What's up, everybody? Good evening. I definitely wanted to come on just to follow up on our conversation that we were having about how business owners are not influencers and really just focusing on the return on investment, right? How can we really make this social media stuff work for us, right? Not the other way around. So I am going to quickly make sure everybody is tagged and then we're going to dive right into it. Give me 1 second. In the meantime, in between time, feel free to comment where you're tuning in from. If you're watching us on YouTube, hey everybody, all my CEOs on YouTube. This is my first time going live directly inside of our group. So I just want to make sure that everybody gets it and that it shows up. So yeah, let me see. Okay. If you guys see this inside of the group, let me know. Okay, everybody. So I'm back. We got it tagged, and this is pretty cool because for people that don't know, when you're live streaming, if you don't want to stream on your actual page, you can go directly inside the group. So that's pretty cool. But definitely, let's go ahead and tap in and dive into this topic. So, how to make social media work for you, not the other way around. Here's a fact that I pulled up, which I thought was pretty cool. So it says reports from big firms like McKinsey, Harvard Business Review keep saying the same thing. Business owners who use AI plus automation and marketing and sales grow faster and save more time than those who don't. If you're doing everything manually, you're doing it the hard way, right? So it's all about making things simplify and making this stuff work for us, right? If you're a business owner, see if this feels familiar. You don't have time to post all the time. When you do post, you're not getting the leads that you want. You don't want likes, you want sales. You stare at the screen thinking, what do I even say? Right? So you're not the problem. Let's first detach, whether your business is up or down because things happen, right? We have to learn new skills, we have to evolve. It's all about having that solution, right? And understanding that all of this is a system, right? You can even have the information in your pocket, right? But if you are not executing it, then guess what? That's a break in your execution. So it's all systems. It's all going to boil down to, really where you're at and really understanding that your business, growth and success definitely depends on you, but it does not define you, so making sure that we keep that clear. Number one, time. So let's go right into it, right? I want to just dive into the nitty gritty of everything. So the time, I don't have time to post. Okay, so what is the problem? Real business owners don't have time to be full-time creators. I'm a mom of four. It's a lot going on. I'm getting ready to wrap up dinner with my kids. And I wanted to go and do this live yesterday, but I was like, you know what? Um, Time got the best of me, right? So I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and go live today and really dive directly into this topic because I saw a lot of business owners, really respond and engage, right? So that was an indicator that people are really struggling with, like, this is a real thing. This is a problem that we can solve, right? So posting in real time every day is not sustainable. It's really not. This is a big reason why I've been telling you guys that I am moving from my personal page to my business page. And it's not that I want to do away with it. It's because things are a lot easier when you use your business page and you have automations connected, right? So you can automate and you can do a lot of things when you are using your business page. That's very, very important, right? But here are the action steps to get us right down to what we're looking to get done. Number one, pick a day of the week, right? Pick a day of the week where you're saying, okay, cool, I'm going to go ahead and prioritize scheduling out posts. It makes things a lot easier. It makes things a lot clearer for yourself. So, like, you may be going through the motions throughout the week, but if you have a day where you can go ahead and reflect and then write out your posts, it's going to make it a lot easier. Spend 30 to 60 minutes writing 3 to 4 short posts, right? Also, too, load them into a scheduler so they don't drip out automatically. Now, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Meta Business, but there's a way that you can actually go in and schedule your posts directly through Facebook, even if you didn't go let's say through Meta Business. You can go through Facebook when you're trying to make a post. I'm just going to give you an example. It gives you an option before you actually move forward to post it, to schedule it. So I just gave you 2 ways. Another way is what I'm going to show you right here, which this is a system that's completely separate from Facebook. But what I love about it is this is an all-in-one system and an all-in-one tool. So I don't have to really leave out of this platform if I didn't want to. I'm going to show you guys this briefly. This is what it looks like to literally go in here and schedule posts. As you can see, I have my business accounts linked here. You cannot link, unfortunately, a personal account to my knowledge at this time. So when it comes down to when you want to set up those like automatic DM chats and stuff like that, you're going to basically be DMing people back manually, which is okay if are starting out and you don't kind of want to have it fully automated. But for me, this is the best route because you can literally set up like a DM automation where you say comment class below. And when they comment class below, guess what? Whatever you're looking to send to them, like for my free business automation webinar that I'm going to be giving you guys access to, if I didn't want to post that link, like for instance on Instagram, I can literally just say DM me, even on the business page. And guess what? It goes directly in there. Now, this wasn't even in my notes, but I wanted to show you guys just a more high-tech way where this is literally completely hands-off. You do this once a week, once a month, and you just let your posts run. And that's what I plan on doing myself. I've done it before. I really do enjoy it, but now I'm finally at the space where I can really hone in and get that stuff the way I want it to be. So if you're like me, this is what you need in order to really scale. I'll definitely be providing some information on how you can get access 14 days free, actually, to this system. It's an all-in-one business system. My clients love it, right? And I use it. I can't really operate without having it. Everything happens in here. You really don't have to leave out of this system. But I'm not going to go over everything today. This system is the number one business automation and marketing tool. Like it's just amazing, right? So let's go back to our notes. So you're going to load them into the scheduler so they don't drip out. Okay, so here's a quick win. Open your calendar and block one 30-minute content power session within the next 7 days. Now, the reason why I added these quick wins in here, because I know it's going to be, somebody that is like, you know what, I forgot, or, I didn't have the time, or something is going to come up where you may not be able to go ahead and utilize this. So we want these sessions to be as productive as possible. So make sure you guys tap into that, right? In that session, write just 3 posts, answering three. This is literally the game changer right here. Answering 3 common client questions. I want you to think about your client. Think about what they're going through, what type of questions they may be answering, so you can go ahead and help them and solve that issue. Now, you guys know that I am an AI business consultant, multi-passionate, business owner. So for me, I'm all about like building ecosystems and systemizing things and scaling things. But guess what? I too sometimes fall short, have felt fallen short in the content creation arena. But now I'm going to talk about AI, photo shoots, and things like that, which makes everything so much easier for us to be able to get ahead, right? So make sure that you really understand your client. I had a lady, she was interested in getting an e-commerce store with me. We're still in the works, talking to go ahead and get her set up, but she reached out to me and saw me on Facebook. And now our e-commerce stores, are fully done for you when we set them up. And then we build out funnels and automations as well. Now, she literally said, I went on your social media and I was looking for your, through your videos and binge watching your content. And, she literally said that in the conversation. So this is a real thing. What questions does your ideal target audience, your client, have, and how can you answer those things in your content? Number 2, leads. I'm not getting anything back from my post. This is a real thing because it's so many people that are business owners that end up falling into this social media trends and all of this stuff, like falling into that type of category, because it's so easy to lose track when you're posting and you get frustrated, and you are showing up, but you're not converting. So it's like, why not try a trend? Why not try this? You get caught up in all of that stuff, right? If your posts don't tell people what to do next, they'll do nothing. No link equals no lead. This is a real thing. So before you post, ask, where am I sending them? A lot of people I noticed, even if they were, sending the, links or whatever the case back manually through, text or DM, right? They don't even want to start off with the content creation part, building out the captions and stuff like that, because they're not clear on where they're actually sending their clients to. That's a big one. So for me, I like to always reverse engineer. Like before I did this training, I made sure that I had my form ready to go. My form is for you guys to opt in into my free business automation webinar to learn everything that my 6 and 7 figure clients know about automating their business and just what the top industry experts are doing, how they're doing it, how they're automating, how they're getting ahead, right? I made sure that I created a form so that way I can go ahead and opt everybody in who is interested. If we're not telling people where to go or what to do and we don't have that prepared, then guess what? It's going to feel like you're not getting that return on investment at all because you don't have those things set up in the back end. Now, here's a quick fix. So take one post you've already written or a new one and add a simple next step at the end. For example, you can literally put on the end of that post, you can say, if this is you and you want help with this, comment info or DM me help and I'll send you something that can support you. Post it or update the caption. Now that post actually has a job. Every system and piece of our business has to have a purpose. We have to be intentional, or we will be, just exerting so much of our energy and feeling like it's all a waste of time, right? So, also, too, where am I sending them? Here are the options. Free resource, give them a lead magnet, or a resource, or free class, right? If you are a service provider, offer them a calendar link to book a call with you, whether you're giving out a 15-minute free session, or if you have a product, here's a hack. If you have a merch store, then literally put the link of that specific item that you're talking about underneath the caption. Don't link the whole store, because people lose interest. They get distracted. Stuff happens. They forget. But if you show a specific product, and if you want to get even more strategic, have an opt-in form so you can capture that lead who wants what you offer, capture their information, because it's almost like doing a disjustice if we don't continue to be able to contact them and really be able to add that value to help them, right? So if you just send them to a product and they're not opted in, then guess what? We can lose them. So make sure that you have that specific product or service that you offer, that you're talking about, inside of that post, linked inside of the comment section or in the post. Okay. Let me know if you guys have any questions so far. We're on number 3. We got two more to go, and then we're going to be wrapping up this session. If this is helping you at all, feel free to comment below some fire emojis so I can know that this training was what you actually needed to hear. Alrighty. So, sales. I want clients, not just engagement. Sales come from speaking directly to people who are in urgent need of your service. Not everyone, someday. That's a major key. That's a major key. Sales come from speaking directly to people, right, who are in urgent need of your service. Not everyone, someday. So if we're looking to get the highest return on investment from our post, before we even get to the action steps, I want you to think about that, right? Urgent need of your service. So we need to, before we even think about curating the post, we need to make sure that we're posting on the platform where our target audience is, right? So I want you to know, like, when it comes down to Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, they're all different types of customers on those different platforms. So we want to first make sure that our target audience resides, they're on that platform. And then also, we want to make sure that we then are narrowing it down even further. If we're on Facebook, for example, we may want to go ahead and opt in and go to a specific Facebook group where we know our clients are. So when we do stuff like that, that's more strategic, we find that it's so much easier to start generating leads, and then leads turns into sales. I will say this as well. Even with the individuals that have an urgent need for your service, some people still take they still need follow-ups, right? Because this is just sales psychology. Most people, it takes them on average about 7 to 10 times to see your offer to actually be ready to purchase from you, even if they're already problem aware and they're in an urgent need of your service. Okay. So, action steps: call out who you're talking to. If you're a blank person who's tired of this specific problem, right? Describe their real frustration. Call them out in the post so they know you're speaking to them. If you're not speaking to that one specific person about that one specific problem, then how will they find you? It's going to be very hard for them to find you. And because it's so many, people on social media, and they actually are picking up the words that are in our posts, SEO optimization. We want to make sure that we're very specific and we're not talking to just our family members. We may even want to start a new page so we can speak directly and hone in directly to our target audience. Start to follow them, start to engage with them. What are their likes, their dislikes? What type of things are they're currently frustrated with when it comes down to that specific problem, and really narrowing that down. So tell them clearly how you help and what to do next. Like, I'm going to be the one to help with X, Y, and Z. I created this solution. Okay, now what's next? DM me help if this resonates with you, and I'll send you over the link to my booking calendar. Just that simple. Quick win. Write one short post starting with, if you're a blank and you're tired of blank, this is for you. In 3 to 4 lines, describe what they're going through and how you help. Okay. End with, if that's you, DM me ready. This is a call to action, what we call CTA, call to action, and I'll tell you your best next step. You just created a simple sales focused post without being too pushy. I will also say this as well before we get into this next phase, because we're going to be talking a little bit more about like AI and integrating, AI with this, getting a return on investment with social media post. I will say this: 80% of your posts needs to be, engagement, nurturing, also to sharing your unique um, framework or what you do that they can't Google. People can Google, it's not going to really make you stand out. If you are looking, and I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of people um, have get frustrated because they're sharing the same generic tips and tricks that everybody else is doing because it's easy. But if we really think about the stuff that makes us unique, what will make you stand out? Why do people gravitate to you anyway? And then connect that to that solution, like your own unique tricks and hacks. Mind you, it could be very similar to what the generic stuff is, but it's authentic to you when you wrap it in your solution. So you would make that more personable. Like, if you're a hairstylist, name the style something that you created. Like, this is the, exclusive glamour curl, and have your own technique to that. If you are in the real estate industry, for instance, everybody, may share tips a certain way. Well, guess what? These facts are the facts. They're not going to change. But the way you deliver it is going to make it more attractive, more magnetic for them to come and see what you have to offer. And that's really that's the difference maker. That's really the key, right? So, content load. I don't know what to post or how to make it look good. I don't know what to post or how to make it look good. So let's hold this here really quickly. And I'm going to go ahead and share this out to my personal page. Give me 1 second. Before we get to this last tip, I want to make sure everybody see it because this live is going to be removed. So I want to make sure that everybody who's on can get that access while I am live, and if they have any questions, they can dive in with me because I gotta make dinner. Give me 1 second. Alrighty, so let's dive into number four. Number four. So, number four, content load. I don't know what to post or how to make it look good. You don't need to think of everything from scratch. Okay. Let AI plus inspiration do half the work. It's so many ways, so many content hacks that I can go in and just really like dive into where we can be here all day. I will say this too. It's not in my notes, but if you are in a specific niche, like I'm about to do a 90-day sprint of content, okay? Because I need all of my time to focus on scaling our our, our school community, which we're literally growing the number one business automation community on school. So because that's the goal, and we want to help as many business owners as possible, it could be thousands, within the next couple of months or so. I don't want to have to focus on building out everything from scratch. So, what we do is you first can look at your industry, right? For instance, if you are in the landscaping industry, but you want to do content to get more clients, I will literally type into TikTok because TikTok is really a search engine, right? And I would literally go on TikTok. My baby is cooing. And I would literally go on TikTok and I would find the top number one trending videos, right? I would get maybe 50 of those. It's going to take some work, but you get 50 of those and then you reword those to make them fit your unique style, your unique technique, your framework, right? But because they're already, very, very helpful, mind you, people are clicking on it. If it has millions of views, why not re-rock that? I'm not talking about copy and paste. I'm talking about looking at what they're doing because we want to have as in a business so we can get the return on investment from social media, especially all of the energy and time. We want to make sure that we are pulling the top the in our niche, right, in our industry, the top topics to get the best results possible. So if we pull the top topics, we're typically, it's not about going viral, but people are looking for that, right? They're searching for those different, types of posts, those answers. To reword it and rework it for ourselves will be a game changer. And what are the likely, what are the odds that yours would also catch on and you could scale and get a ton of leads in your inbox as well? It's likely going to be very, very high because people are already searching for that. I'm not into the copy and paste. I'm always about authenticity. I always talk about authenticity. So no, don't copy and paste exact, but definitely once you break down this chat GPT method and you understand your ideal client, then it'll all come together, right? So we want to go use chat GPT. We want to ask chat GPT this exact prompt: help me define my ideal client. I help blank with blank, right? I help who with what. Give me 10 content ideas that speak to their biggest problems, right? So we need to make sure that we understand who they are, what they want, what they're stuck with. Okay. Ask if Ask it for 10 post ideas based on that. This is a very big game changer, right? This is a major gem. I'm going to actually highlight this. So anybody that's watching the replay on um, YouTube can go and really look at this because look, use AI images plus Pinterest for visual and style inspo. Okay. So if you are like me when it comes down to like photo shoots and like making sure that our brand is top tier as possible, then guess what? We can go, this is a major hack. We can go on Pinterest, find a post like a aesthetic, a style that we like, we can take that post, upload it to Chat GPT, and ask Chat GPT to extract that scene, the outfit, whatever you like from it, and create a prompt for Gemini Nano Banana. That's a major, that hack is probably worth over $10,000. I see so many people right now that are going crazy over prompts. Yes, prompts are being added to our community, but to do, I don't know. I just feel like you can literally go create unlimited prompts if you focus on just what I told you, and that works for all industries if you want professional photo shoots. Okay. Let me know if you went in to try that hack and if it worked for you. So that's how you get your captions. That's how you get your stuff. And then once you get going, you go and check your analytics. Either you're going to go use your scheduler that I showed you, the system that I use. I'm going to drop that link as well. If you are, looking to get a system and you want to try it out free for 14 days, you can. But also too, you can go right inside of Facebook, check the analytics, and you can see what people are, engaging with more. And that's going to also help you now start curating your own algorithm and your own feed. I got to get off of here, guys. But so this is it. You now have a mini content engine instead of a blank screen. When you put all of this together, your content is scheduled, less stress, right? This is very beginner friendly. Every post has a clear job, leads instead of random likes. You're talking to people who actually need you now. So now that's going to increase your likelihood of getting more sales. AI plus simple tools lighten the load, right? So you stay the CEO, not the full-time content creator, right? And once those basics are in place, the next level is plugging everything into automations, which is a whole nother level, right? Okay. So your business saves time, scales smoother, and more of those leads actually turn into sales. So I'm going to give you just the inside scoop of how that would look for your business before we get off of here, right? So if once all of that is running and then you have your scheduler set, and then you start getting people that are inquiring, it's been a long day, inquiring for your services, your product, your offer, they're DMing you, right? You have an automation then set up to where every DM, turns into an actual lead, because when they DM that call to action word, whether that's class, freebie, lead magnet, whatever you set it to, then guess what? Now you can either go in manually and send them that, or like that's what we all had to, usually had to do because we didn't have the systems. But now that we have an all-in-one system, which is the number one, business marketing and automation tool, then guess what? That offer goes directly to them now. So now that offer goes directly to them, then in your back system, you have automation set up and you start really working your pipeline and you get way more structured. Everything is clear. There's no more chaos in your business, right? It's a game changer. So if you want to see how to set that up, click the link to access my free business automation webinar, where I show you the exact strategies business owners are using to save hours every week and close more clients without working more. So that's just that, guys. I will see you again soon. If you are in our business community already, I'm going to be dropping some more exclusive trainings to get everybody up and going for the holiday season, because it's still time. Black Friday is around the corner and it's time to really load up those lead lists and work the automations that we have. So until next time, I will see you soon.